Yo, 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 we are back once again. Another week, another Sunday, man. What's good? We are the Hot Tag Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Cliff. And I have to my right, ooh.
I've been on vacation, got a nice little tan.
Right.
We out here, man.
What happened to your hair, cuz?
Oh, I had to cut it off while I was getting that tan so I can be black as hell all over, you know?
And you decided to cut your beard, dog? No, you
Had to,
looking real
had,
different, dog.
had to trim it down. Had to trim it down, you know. New year, new me.
Nah, I got my man Bundles over here, man. He taking Oob place for a second. Oob has basement issues, man. Been a lot of uh snow
Crappy
and
weather.
rain. Snow is melting and the rain is just messing up people's basements, man. So hopefully he'll get that stuff situated real quick, man. Hoping it don't cost him too much money to fix that problem, because us men, we need our spots, man. Basements, rooms, or whatever. We if you married, we need our spots, our sanctuary to play the video game or watch the football, basketball game. You know, we just need our sanctuary, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Bundles?
Get away from everybody, man.
I feel you, dog, you know, so
They
cause
don't know how important that is, you know? They don't
right.
know how important that is.
I'm telling you, I know he's over there. Whew, going through it right now, but he gonna get it situated, man. That's my man. Hopefully he'll come back next week or later on. Never know what's gonna go on. He might hop on and make a surprise visit, a bloodline turn around, come in, whatever they do at the end of matches and stuff, and giving us his opinions about the Royal Rumble, dog. But the weekend Sunday is upon us, man. We were just talking about the Detroit Lions, dog. What you think they're gonna do today?
Man, I'm hoping them boys win it. I'm hoping they win it. I'm hoping I don't care if it's a close game, blowout. Just pull it off. Pull it off today. We're on the road, San Francisco, Levi Stadium. Let's get it done.
Right, man. Let's control the run, control the offense, man. Let's keep their offense off the field as much as we can, man. If we can run the ball down their throat, let's do it, man.
Don't force nothing that ain't gotta be forced. Just
Exactly.
play the game plan.
Let's play. Let's run on the outside. Let's target their outside weaknesses. They more better on the inside as far as the middle of their defense, but outside they kind of weak. So I'm expecting Jameson Williams to have a
Get
game today, at least one touchdown.
get some touches in today, man. Like he's a weapon, bro. And it's like trying to get him involved. When he get going, man, he get going. But it's just getting him consistently involved. Once we get
Right,
it down, man. Next year, everybody healthy. We got weapons, bro. We might be the new greatest show on turf. We might be.
right. Hopefully so, man. But man, we had a good hectic week in professional wrestling, man. Uh we're gonna start off with the WWE signing a $5 billion 10-year deal with Netflix to exclusively show Monday Night Raw on their platform, man. Uh, this deal is huge for WWE. Uh, moving their main show to a streaming platform. One of the first wrestling shows to do it. Actually, it's not the first wrestling show to do it. I think
It'll be the first. It'll be the first live stream.
first live, yeah, right, exactly, live streaming. Uh, but this deal is huge, man. It was stocks went up for WWE and TKO. But what you think about this deal? Nick Khan and Triple H has signed with Netflix. What you think about it? How it's going to change the wrestling world, basically?
For the WWE, that is a great deal. That is a great deal. 10 years, $5 billion. It's an amazing deal.
Right.
For everybody else, It sounds good now, but there's no telling how it may affect pockets later, for the consumers, for the viewer.
Right.
Um, I'm not even 100% sure how much Netflix is now. I'm pretty sure it's not the standard $7.99 I remember paying.
I think it's a little bit more. I think they got tiers, so they got a cheaper tier than a tier where you can get HD, uh, 4K and stuff like that for a little bit more. But they've been raising prices almost every year, so
Yeah, I know my wife pays for it, and I hear
same.
her, complain about this shit, So it's like, all right,
Right.
um, I don't pay for cable now to watch Raw. I watch it illegally streaming. I'm not gonna lie. It
Hey.
going to Netflix and me having access to Netflix, I'll watch it. Um, Raw averages what, about 1.5 to 1.8 million viewers a week. I don't. Last I checked, Netflix subscribers were like well over 20, 30 million or some shit like that. How does that help Netflix in the long run? I'm pretty sure it's going to be a huge price increase at some point within this next, 10 years? I'm pretty sure of it. But as for now, I don't really have complaints about it, but I just know $24.
P, you pay $24 because you probably got the highest tier of Netflix.
But that's a lot of money for,
That's right.
for the amount of people who say they don't watch, there's nothing to watch on Netflix. That's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But $25 to watch live Raw. For somebody who's not, if I wasn't already subscribed or didn't have access to Netflix, would I be willing to pay? Let's say the standard price is $15. Would I be willing to pay $15 a month to watch a live Raw every Monday? Probably not. Probably not.
Well, you got to think about this. Well, you probably wouldn't care because, like you said, you like everybody in the world probably do. They stream Raw and other wrestling events on sites unknown. But Raw also with this deal, Netflix will also get all the overseas PLE. So they'll if say for instance they'll go back to Perth for Elimination Chamber, that will all only be featured on Netflix
Peacock.
instead of
Okay.
Peacock.
Okay.
So
See, I didn't know that was a part of the deal. I did not
yeah,
know that.
yeah. So that's part of the deal also. And after the Peacock deal is over with or done with, I don't know how long that deal with is, but when that's over with, all the PLEs will come to Netflix after that. So depending on how long the Peacock deal is done with Universal and NBC and stuff like that.
So I just looked it
It
up.
may be worth it.
I'm sorry if you hear anything in the background, but I just looked it up. Netflix has 247 million subscribers worldwide. That is a lot of people.
Yeah.
That is a lot of people. So yes, definitely expect a price increase soon. Definitely.
Yeah. I was surprised like they've been raising the price almost every year. Uh Now, yeah, and and people gonna pay for it, especially when Netflix stopped sharing the password stuff. So that already increased memberships with them because people like, hey, I need my Netflix. I want to see this movie. I want to see this series. So they decided to get a free trial or they decided just to pay for the monthly subscription for Netflix. So that's increased. So with Raw going to Netflix, do you think will that increase subscribers? Because what if it don't increase the subscription base with Netflix? I mean, and Netflix decide to try to cut the deal in half or something because they're not benefiting from getting Raw.
Well, I'm as I'm reading it, as we're talking about it, I'm looking a little bit more into it. The WWE network is still up in other countries, but apparently that is dying out.
Yeah, it's dying. Yep.
So, with other countries having access to Netflix, more than likely that will keep it, at least in my opinion. If okay, let's say of the 237,000 subscribers to the WWE network over in, let's say, Ireland, or not Ireland, but the UK, right?
Right.
They lose access to the WWE network. Are they willing to go over and pay whatever the price is for Netflix if they're not already subscribed? I would assume not all, but if they get at least half and they can do that around the board, they'll be okay when they hit the price increase. Do I see it drastically increasing Netflix numbers? No.
Right.
I over a 10-year span, we may see that, but just off top right now, I don't see it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think this deal will push AEW to finally get that deal with HBO and go get on HBO Max if they're still working on a deal. I think they will TNA already has their TNA Plus um streaming platform already. So I think this is pushing other companies, other bigger companies. Oh, New Japan already has their streaming platform to streaming. Will this be the end of network television for broadcasting professional wrestling as a whole? You still have SmackDown and NXT still on regular networks. So as far as other avenues of wrestling, would broadcasting wrestling be even worth going on a regular television station?
It won't be the end of it for at least another 15 to 20 years.
Okay.
We still have a generation of people who refuse to update. They like it how they like it. As long as that generation is still here, yeah, we'll still be able to get wrestling on TV. The access to it may not be to everybody, but it'll be there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like basketball and football. At some point, it's not going to be on TV, bro. It's going to be all streaming.
Yep.
However, but as long as that generation of people are still here, who they know, well, we're not going to switch to these updated touchscreen phones, or I still use my DVD player slash
Right.
VCR. I still have a landline in my house. We still have those people. They don't
Right.
want to change. So as long as they're still around, yes, we'll still have access to all that
Exactly.
on TV.
Well, this 500 $5 billion deal, man, 10-year deal, man. This changed the game, man. Hopefully, it put a lot of money in people's pockets and stuff. Um, and WWE done did it again, man. So we're gonna go on to the next topic, dog. Uh, we're gonna go to AEW, man. This has been a big week, so I'm trying to spread it out a little bit. So we're gonna go over to AEW, man. AEW a couple weeks ago I said that it was a rumor that AEW is bringing back their power rankings um, to build different aspects of the show, and it was a rumor that CM Punk had told Tony Khan to get rid of the power rankings, which is crazy as it seems like, because I don't think Punk was even there when they had power rankings. But last week on Dynamite, AEW officially uh introduced they are bringing the power rankings back to AEW. Will will the power ranking system work now, since they are seemingly putting an emphasis on it, and building kind of building stories within the power rankings? What you think about this?
we're roughly around the same age. If not, you're probably like a few years older.
Yeah.
Do you remember this show called WMAC Masters?
No. Nope.
It was a martial arts show, like Mortal Kombat. These guys were like, it's like pro wrestling, Mortal Kombat merged. They had a ranking system. The ranking system was really, really good because next week always led to something else that led to something else that led to something. It was a continuous story, seasons 1 and 2. The power rankings in AEW were good when it started, but they didn't know how to book it. Bringing it back means that dog shit if you're not going to book it correctly.
Right.
I mean, Power at WMAC Master Show, and I'm bringing that up because that's the first thing that I can think of that was sports entertainment based with the Power
Rankings.
Right. If you're not going to do it right, it just won't work. It's a great idea. It helps cultivate story. It definitely does. It gives people something to look forward to. It gives us a reason to. I want this guy to be number one. I think he should be higher. Give us reasons for stuff like that. But it doesn't. It's just, hey, he beat 1 billion people on at the time, Dark and Elevation, so he's number 2. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? But as I see it now, not gonna lie to you, the booking has been slightly better. It seems like everything is going somewhere. So I look forward to it. But if I had to put money on it, nah, it won't be good.
To me, I look forward to the ranking systems because it makes the world AEW world title more important than all the other titles. That's the main reason I like it for. But what type of stories they're gonna do? Like you said, what type of stories they're gonna cultivate from the ranking system? Because you just can't have Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland going 1 and 2 going against each other to get the number 1 spot every time. I need some stories to cultivate from this stuff. I need some personal investment into these characters AEW is presenting us right now. And I'm afraid that if Tony Khan try to force this ranking system on us every week, that it's not going to lead to character building and story building throughout, because they got to make sure that this person win, like you said, so many matches to get to the number 1 spot every week. And they're not going to showcase newer talent each week because they're facing almost the same opponents or the same weekly opponents every week because they don't want this person to lose to this person. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. At first, I was like, "Oh yeah, bring back the ranking system. It's cool. It gives something different." WCW had it before a long time ago, and they seem to get, got away from it. And bringing it back, what does it do to help mend the stories and storylines? So far, I only see one story going for it, and that's rehashing the Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page stuff going on with it. And we saw that already. Swerve should be number 1, regardless. And I don't know, man. It's just it's a confusing system, and I hope something comes out of it.
See, we've seen it 3 times in the last 4 months, and it's nothing you can do to top number 3. It's nothing
right.
you can top.
Right.
I want to point out something the homie Da Vinci Life said. Ranking system is just an argument point for fans. Anything below number 2 will be a debate. That is absolutely correct. Argument point for fans when it makes sense, bro.
Right.
If you're not giving us anything to, buy into it. Don't make fucking sense. It's just okay. We know who number one is. Everybody else won't matter. You're absolutely correct, bro.
It's crazy, man. And like I said, it's a confused system. I hope something comes out of it, and it makes new stars, because AEW, besides MJF and a couple more individual, Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, they need to make new stars. And right now, I'm not seeing the star making ability from Tony Khan, if I could say. Uh, but to me, last week, Dynamite, it was an okay show. But it was an okay show, but I kind of liked it because they integrated the ranking systems into it, maybe more into their matches. But I just don't want to see matches that doesn't mean anything. Like they had Edge versus Suzuki. It, it didn't mean
Waste
anything.
of a match.
It
Waste of
was
a
a
match.
match. Even though I kind of liked the match. When you see Minoru Suzuki on your screen, you know what type you already know what type match is going to be. So, but maybe because it was Adam Copeland in there, and me hoping that Adam Copeland not going to get injured his neck, and it may be interested in the match, but it was like you said, it was a waste of a match.
Listen, I'm more than likely said it on the show before, and I'm pretty sure I posted it in the group before. AEW had a situation where they had their main event scene set if the booking was
Yeah,
correct, bro. You
right,
had a ton of top guys there that give you great matches. All they need is the right stuff to work with, bro.
right,
They'll handle the in-ring stuff. Everything else, that's what you're there for.
right.
And it squandered it. You had Kenny Omega ready to go. You had Alistair ready to go.
Oh, Alistair.
You had
Yeah,
Adam Cole was still healthy, ready to
right.
go. You had a lot. Andrade ready to go.
Yeah,
Keith Lee ready to go.
right.
You had a lot there, and now we don't see these guys, or they hurt or they gone.
It's crazy, man. But we're gonna switch on to the next topic, man. This man is at it again, dog. There's another allegation that came last week. Vince McMahon, another sexual allegation, abuse, and also trafficking allegation is set on Vince McMahon. It was a 60 semi-page allegation, all type of mess. I didn't read it. I heard it on the TikTok, and it was all type of some R. Kelly mess going down on there, man. Uh, but I want to say that with this allegation, man, it also, if you read everything and you heard everything, or you read the rumors and stuff like that, it seems like Vince McMahon and this woman has some type of actual relationship going on. That Vince McMahon was treating her with gifts and all type of vacations, cars, money, all types of mess. And I posted it in the group last night. Um, just what you think about overall how this situation came up. It came up when WWE signed this $1 billion deal with Netflix. Royal Rumble weekend was yesterday. What you think about this horrific allegation opposed onto Vince McMahon, Brock Lesnar, and Johnny Laurinaitis, and everybody?
Cliff, before I answer that question, I gotta ask you a question first, bro.
Uh-huh.
Am I allowed to be 100% honest here?
Go ahead, man. It's your opinion, dog.
All right, bro. I think it's all bullshit. I think it's all bullshit, bro. Listen.
Go ahead. That's the
Listen,
reason why. Cause I think me and you on the same level.
listen, bro. Hearing shit like that. Let me see, how can I put it? I can be honest. Look, bro. I'm not one of them cats that just believe all women when they come out. I'm genuinely not, bro. I've seen the dangers that shit does. I've seen, motherfuckers lose their lives behind believing everything a bitch say.
Yeah.
I know niggas right now who never coming home. Never coming home. They'll never see daylight again. Believing everything a chick says, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Within the last 3 years, we've seen what's the I don't remember the chick name, but she said her ex-boyfriend was diddling her son. Almost got this man put away for 20 plus years, bro. Come to find out, she was coercing her son to tell this lie. He turned around and sued her for $1 billion. The Carly Russell chick. Some men came and kidnapped me. No, they didn't. No, they did. It's something that just happened relatively recently where another chick lied on a dude and it came. Bro, these women are adults. They're grown.
You're right.
Nobody forced you to do a goddamn thing. What more than likely happened is he probably promised you something and just fell through on it. Or you want something more and he's not budging off of it. That's usually what it is. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This what happened with the gist of it. This woman this all top of my head. I'm not reading this or anything. This woman, I think her name was Miss Grant. She was taking care of her parents. Her parents was illy and sickly or whatever. She was taking care of. They passed away. So Vince McMahon was offering her his services to her because she didn't have it, just left her bankrupt basically. Didn't have anything. So Vince McMahon was offered his services to her, gave her jobs and stuff like that. So years later, they got into this relationship. Uh, Vince McMahon's wife caught him basically, and Vince McMahon wanted to end it. So Vince McMahon had told her to sign this NDA, and there was some cash deals going on to it. So Vince McMahon only paid $1 million of part of that. $1 million to her for the part of that NDA, but it was a $3 million deal that was spread into 5 years, I think. So he had other $500,000 payments that Vince McMahon didn't pay. So that was strung off the lawsuit, the civil suit from that. So
she was good until she didn't get the money.
Yeah, basically.
That's what it always comes out to be, bro. Well, let me not say always. I take that back. It's not always what it comes out to be.
Right.
But in a lot of cases, I'm not going to even say most, but in a lot of cases, that's what it comes out to be. Hey, I was fucking with this rich motherfucker who was doing all of this. Now he don't want to do it anymore. Now I have an issue with everything he was doing to me or with me before. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
There are text messages that flooded out. I haven't read the text messages. That's why I haven't brought it up. There are text messages that flooded out about.
Those text messages are funny. I read those, and a piece of me. Again, listen. If I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, he did do anything that she did not want or she was not okay with, then whatever happens to him happens to him.
Right.
I was reading some of those text messages, bro, and reading them, I'm thinking to myself, this is a 80-year-old billionaire. Right. He's typing like a 15-year-old kid.
Duh. I read one like a couple of not emails, text messages. I'm like, you right, and I don't see Vince McMahon typing that shit out like that
at all, bro. For the way Vince speaks and the way people, even people who don't like him, speak of him, that is not. It just don't seem like that man would be texting like a 15-year-old kid. And then it was the portion. And again, this is all just from my point, bro. You know, I done bust down a chick or two with the homies before, right?
Right.
You know, the homies done, we sit each other flicks. What you think about her? Woo type ordeal, right? If any of my boys ever sent me a picture of a chick covered in crap, bro, I just doo-dooed on her.
Right. Bro, some Biggie Small shit.
I would have to, I had to kill this man, bro. Why would you send me something like that, bro? That don't turn me on. Like, are dudes looking at chicks with doo on them and getting turned on, bro?
Man, chat, y'all tell us that. I don't know. I hope not.
That is wild to me. Like,
girls in the cup shit,
bro. Listen, passing a chick to the homies, that's normal. That's normal. That's been around long before I was born, long before you was born. Passing a chick to the homies is normal. I don't see nothing wrong with that. We all adults. You know what it is. I know what it is. He know what it is. She know what it is. Have at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this is my problem. They are consenting adults, and if you don't want to do it, there's the door. If I was a female and somebody wanted to defecate on me, I ain't gonna sit there later. I'll do it. No, get my stuff on it and get up on it. Get around there. The hell, bro. I'm just not gonna accept it. But it might happen. It might happen to this young lady. I don't want to say young, but this individual, and I hope that it didn't happen. I hope everything works itself out. But I'm with you, man. The believe everything. I'm never there. I was never there. Even when it became popular, I was still there. I'm like, wow. No, I'm skeptical for that.
These women tell you how what's the word I want to use? Not mischievous, but a lot of women tell you they're not trustworthy people, bro.
You're right.
They outright tell you that. So why the hell would I trust you? Everything that come out of your mouth. And again, it's circumstances. It's circumstances. I'm not saying go around just not believing. However, you should not just believe everything that that every woman is saying. Fuck no. Sorry for the language, bro.
Now, if it's a sex tape like the R. Kelly sex tape that came out,
can't dispute that.
You can't deny that.
You cannot dispute that. You are wrong, sir. You can't dispute that.
Hands up. But I hope it turns out to be not true, because Vince McMahon is a staple of my childhood, and it seems like almost all my childhood peeps are getting caught up into these sex scandals, like Bill Cosby and Russell Simmons, and everybody getting caught up in some sex, Puff Daddy. Everybody getting caught up in this sexual bullshit.
Not chicks don't like all this freaky shit.
You're right.
The liars. I'm talking about the liars, not the actual victims.
Right.
I'm talking about the liars.
The liars. The liars. That we got to. It got to be a law that if you lie, a false allegation comes out to a person, and it comes out actually false, and
you got to do some jail time.
You got to do some type of jail time, or pay some type of hefty fine, because you are putting I'm not going to say specifically specify on a man, but anybody.
You're ruining somebody's life.
You're ruining somebody's life.
and it's in a situation where even if they're not found guilty in the court of law, you've ruined them in the court of public opinion, and people will never see that person the
that's
same
more
again,
important.
and that's even more dangerous. So yes,
Right.
you put those type of allegations on somebody, and that shit come out to be false. Whatever time they was gonna give them, they double it for you for
Right.
putting them through that. Absolutely,
I get
absolutely.
I get caught up in this drug scandal, and I don't even deal with drugs, and but I'm locked up for a year, and I turn out to be innocent, but it takes another 5 years to get that expunged from my record. I can't get a job just because of a crime that I didn't do. You know,
That's some hard shit, bro.
right? And I can't imagine going through that shit. So I hope everything works out, man. It's a Vince Kelly, very Vince Kelly. We're gonna go on to the next topic. The next topic is the Royal Rumble. It was yesterday, last night. Exciting matches, exciting Royal Rumble matches, man. Overall, what you thought about the show as a whole before we get into these matches?
Show as a whole, enjoyable, bro. Man, I told you before we started, bro. It was about 4 hours long, but
Yeah,
it genuinely didn't feel that way. It was kind of like, okay, Royal Rumble start, cool. Next couple of matches, Royal Rumble show over. So it was an easy watch. It was long as hell. It was an easy watch, but it was very enjoyable.
I like this show. It was to me it was just a regular PLE pay per view. You got what to expect from it. Got a couple surprises and stuff. I think a lot of matches could have been a little better, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't all bad. Overall, if I would probably put a grade to it, I would probably put a grade like probably a B minus probably. It was not the best. It wasn't the worst.
I honestly would agree with you on that one. I like an A minus B plus ordeal. It was a good show. Like stepping away. Like I actually planned on rewatching it again before let's say Buffalo for the Kansas City game. I started to rewatch it again. Just the women's rumble. Watch the women's rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I can't tell you anything really bad, about the show. I can tell you like bad stuff in the matches, but aside of that, bro, I can't really complain about it.
Right. So let's go on to the first match. The first match was the women's Royal Rumble. Uh, you had your surprises. I told you. Um, Jade Cargill was going to make her debut, and I said Jade Cargill was going to win, but she came close. But she did win. Also, you had the girl from TNA. I forgot her name. The girl from TNA.
Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace. Yeah, Jordan Grace, the TNA champion who beat another re-debut in Naomi for that TNA Women's Championship, and that TNA Women's Championship is beautiful. If I may add, that's a beautiful title. But Jordan Grace, she had a great showing in the Royal Rumble. Man, I know Triple H is just chopping at the chops, waiting for her contract to come up because I know she gonna get signed to WWE real soon. What you think about Jordan Grace debut in the Royal Rumble?
Um, they showcased her better than they showcased Mickey James when she was the Impact
Definitely,
TNA champion.
definitely.
Um, that it was a good look for her. She lasted more than 20 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. She even had an elimination, if I'm not mistaken, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad look. You know, yeah, I mean, no botches. She looked like she fit in. overall a good look. So I expect her to at least come back at least one more show, at least one more. Like if they were ever to do another all-female pay-per-view, I would expect her to be on that show.
Man, she looked good, man. She looked. I watched her many times on TNA. I watched her matches against Deonna Purrazzo and stuff like that. But that WWE television just make you look different. Even with Trinity Naomi when she came, I'm like, oh, she looks different. You know what I'm saying? What you think about Naomi coming out number 2? Was she number 2? Yeah, I think she was number 2. Uh, with her debut.
Like I was expecting her to be there, so seeing her was not a shock. Seeing her that early was a shock, but when you think about it, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's coming back. It's her home state. Let her get that whole, so it makes sense. Let her come in the ring, soak it all in instead of coming in and just jumping right to it. She gonna be there. Let her enjoy it. Had she had the third, I say the best overall showing in the match.
She was there for a long time too.
She was almost the Iron Woman, bro. Well, yeah. She was the Iron Woman, if I'm not mistaken. She was the Iron Woman of the match, but
Bailey was.
No, yeah, you're right. She was number
Bailey was in an hour. She had a record, hour to 3 minutes, or something like that.
Right. So she was second. But yeah, Naomi looked good, man. Glad to see her back on WWE.
Yeah, I'm glad to see her back where she belonged, man. She's a WWE woman, man. She's not one of these indie wrestlers that you think don't belong in WWE, but she's a wrestler that belongs in WWE. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like somebody's in WWE, then you see them somewhere else, and you don't want to see them
there. Right.
Once you seen her on TNA/Impact, it was like she still looks good, but why the fuck is she there?
Right, exactly. Right.
Yes, you can't say that for everybody. Like other people can go and they look good or whatever, but yeah, seeing her back, it's like, bro, don't do that.
Right.
Stop running away.
Right. So I hope they do something to build that. She gonna be on SmackDown. So I hope they do something with her to build that SmackDown women division, because with the injury with Charlotte Flair, it will definitely help to have her in that division right now. We also had another debut in her first time Royal Rumble match. Tiffany Stratton, man. Let me tell you something about the WWE women at the end of the Royal Rumble match. They was bringing out the guns at that time, man. Yeah, Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill was coming out there. You had Roxanne Perez was there. Becky Lynch was in the ring also. They were bringing out the guns, and I saw Tiffany Stratton. I said, "Oh yeah, it's on." I was sounding like Booker T for a second.
She was in the Rumble last year, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh, no, I don't think so. No. Nope.
You sure? She was so. Okay. She looked like she belongs on the main roster now.
Yeah.
She looks like she belongs there right now. Not next week. Not call up after Mania. She need to be there now. She looked good in the Rumble.
Right. And people don't understand, man. Tiffany Stratton, man, she's on the level as far as cocky wise. She is almost as strong as Jade Cargill, low key. People don't know, man. She's a strong little woman right there. How do you think Jade Cargill fare in the match?
Remember when we were talking about her actually being in the match?
Mm-hmm.
I said it would make sense for her to debut. You called it, but I said it does make sense because she doesn't have to do much. You just showcase her a little bit and get her out the way. Exactly what they did.
They did,
showcase her Just like she has to start. Look, we know who the hell she is. Get
Right,
her out there, showcase her, and get her out the way. She go out there, flex on Nia, looking good. Crowd going crazy.
right,
Get her out the way. Had to stand off with Bianca. Crowd go crazy. Get her out the way. Keep her to the final three. Get her out the way. She looked
right,
good with literally only doing very little.
right. She had a couple moves in there, a couple of kicks and punches, and like she showed her strength off with Nia Jax. I thought she pretty did pretty well, but she sat in that corner. They made sure they sat in that corner for a minute though. I was telling Oob last night, like, yeah, she's in that corner. So I hope whatever show that she's in there, that she's featured, I think she's probably gonna go to SmackDown. Where do you think she's going?
To be perfectly honest with you, bro, people might not like this, but I think she might be going to NXT. And I'm just going based upon what I seen last night. Showcasing her offensive skills, nothing wrong with that. I think she still has a little issue with timing and selling. I think she still has a little bit of an issue with that. If that shit can be overlooked, yeah, they'll just throw her up on the main roster, and it won't be a big deal. You know what I'm saying? If they want to fine tune, perfect her, you may see her going down to NXT for about a good 5-6 month run.
We'll see, man. I think you signed her to that contract to and bring her into the way that they brought her in. You got to put her onto that main roster spot, man. Like, AEW was showcased today, man. Yes, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Jade Cargill. And was at the end of each Rumble. So
Listen, bro, Cody and Punk could have easily been the main event for this upcoming show. Could have
yeah,
easily been the main event for what was the joint over in Wembley, bro. How did you let this happen,
man, I don't know, man. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about that later. But what you think about the winner of the 2024 Royal Rumble Women's Royal Rumble match, Bailey? You predicted it. I think you did. What you think about her? What title she's gonna go into? I think she's gonna go with EO. I think the going for Rhea Ripley is just something like I can't put the words together, but I don't think she's gonna go against Rhea. I think she's gonna go against EO. I think there's gonna be some more surprises in the upcoming weeks though too. Also,
man? This is where the story turns right here. Like I said Bailey because it makes the most logical sense.
yeah,
And like I said before the show started, I like Triple H's style of booking because it's straightforward storytelling where at any given point, a little pivot and you still can't be mad at it.
right,
Bailey just made the most sense. If we're going to straightforward storytelling again, she's going to challenge Rhea. She's going to challenge Rhea. Then they're going to give her a reason to be like, you know what, fuck that. No, you're getting too big for your britches. I got you.
right.
Also, with Bailey winning, bro, I think that's like more of a chance Sasha doesn't come back. I think that's more of a chance Sasha doesn't come back. And I'm sorry to take it back, but I wanted to point this out while we were talking about the Women's Royal Rumble. The women's division in the WWE is in a really good spot. They're
Yeah,
down two of their biggest stars in the division right now. And you can't even tell. You
can't
can't even
tell.
tell. But just wanted to put that out there because it's still correlating to the women's division. Think Bailey she's going to challenge Rhea, and I want to see what it is that causes her. If this is where they're going, that causes her to be like, you know what? No, I want to wrestle Io. I want to see,
Right.
I want to see what that story is.
I think me and you are on the opposite ends about the Sasha Banks, I'm still thinking Sasha Banks is gonna make her appearance. Uh, I think is going to come and help Bailey. Because you have all the rest of Damage Control against Bailey, and who is with Bailey? It's not gonna. I don't think Bianca's gonna help her. I don't think you can't say Sasha's gonna help her. Who gonna help her? Shotzi,
She got
uh,
Trent back now.
Trinity. Yeah, she gonna be part of it, but you still gonna need more help. So, what's best to have your best friend come back and make a great appearance at WrestleMania to help her best friend Bailey.
I'll tell you. You want me to answer it?
Yeah.
Again, going back to Triple H style booking, bro. You would have too many main event talents around the title picture at that point. You don't have that many women right now to sacrifice, if that makes sense.
Right.
So you bring Sasha back to help Bailey win the belt from Io. So now you have Sasha, Bailey, Io, and you just had those three around that title. Why she's coming back to help her get the title. What does she do after she gets the title? What does she do?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like, I just don't see her coming back if that's where they're going to go with it. But again, I've been wrong before. I've been wrong plenty of times before.
Everybody been wrong. It's just an opinion. It's just thoughts. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure. You know, wrestling is one of those things that's very easy to book when you ain't booking it.
Right.
Very easy
Right.
to book when you
Right.
ain't booking it. So shit ain't no telling, bro.
I can see what Tony Khan be going through, but I don't think Tony Khan is a match setter. I
He's a
think Bully Ray.
matchmaker.
Yeah, I think Bully Ray said he's a matchmaker instead of a booker.
Mm-hmm.
A booker creates the matches for stories, that to build upon for wrestlers and stuff like that. So, hold on, the next match was coming up was surprisingly the world WWE Universal World Champion Undisputed title match, man. You had Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton versus LA Knight versus who's AJ Styles. What's your thoughts about this match, man? People say this match was slow and methodically. I keep on saying this to people. Whenever you go into a Roman Reigns match, it's gonna be slow and build up to the excitement at the end. That's the way how Roman Reigns always been wrestling ever since he had this title. And I don't think he's changing that at all because it works. It prevents him from getting injured. It just to me, I like the slow and methodical way of wrestling. It reminds me of a Hardy Race match back in the day. It reminds me of the old school wrestlers back in the day. Slow and methodical. You build up for the ending. What you thought about this 4-way match?
Every way has their own style. You have strong style, Kings Road style, Lucha Libre style. WWE has the WWE main event style.
Right.
Here, we're going to work this story. Nobody's
Right.
going to get hurt doing no dumb shit. We're going to work the story, and it's going to be a good match, bro. If everybody doing what they're supposed to do, it's going to be a good match. This was a good match to me, bro.
Right.
It was a good match. It had its high points. It hit certain notes, and it's leading to something more. The action in the ring, a couple of little joints here and here may be, sloppy or kind of predictable.
Mm-hmm.
However, it was a good match, bro. It's nothing that I can sit here and talk to you about for 3 minutes about why I didn't like the match. I can sit here and tell you about 20 minutes why I did.
Right.
Well, I enjoyed it. I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, it was pretty good. And I actually think it could have went another 5 minutes, honestly.
Yeah, could easily win another 5 minutes, man. I think I was in the group in the Royal Rumble thread. Um, I had posted. I said, I'm trying to remember what I said. I said people think this match was boring and not it wasn't a good match because I think because we already know the outcome of the match. We already know coming into the match that Roman Reigns is going to win win the title. So that in our mind as wrestling fans, that's gonna put a down on the match already because we know the winner already.
But that's when it's their job to give us those high points where we can believe that he is going to lose.
Right.
And they did that in this match.
They did that. But I was like, okay, I said since we know the outcome of the match, that's gonna put the downfall on this Roman match. Now, coming into in WrestleMania when Roman faces Cody Rhodes, it's gonna be a great match. It's gonna be probably a 5-star match because you know why?
Because we don't know now.
You don't know who's
going to know now.
No. We don't know. So
what did I say?
Look at the execution in matches instead of looking at who going to win, who you want to win, and it'll make the match better. Basically,
I think a lot of people who have that issue watch wrestling fantasy booking as they're watching instead of just taking it in and enjoying it, bro.
Right.
When you start to do that, you're ruining the experience of watching professional wrestling or sports entertainment for yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy it for what it is. Like, you don't go and watch a Marvel movie and sit there the entire time like, oh, I would have casted him to do this. Why did he say that? I would have. You don't do that. You go and just watch it, and then you critique what you would have done later. But you enjoy the experience, bro.
Right.
And I think a lot of people take that away from themselves by sitting there trying to fantasy book as they're watching the shit.
Exactly. But I thought it was a good match, man. Roman Reigns, he tried to stack them, pack them, and put them together again. I wish he would have pinned them like that. That would have been dope. But AJ Styles took the pin, man. What you think about AJ Styles taking the pin? I think it was the smart move, but
absolutely.
But man, because I'm an AJ Styles fan. Where do you go with AJ Styles after this?
Well, AJ is coming to his end, so you put him in a title match that we know he's not going to win. Him eating that loss. Does it hurt him? No, it doesn't hurt him. It actually keeps him, putting him in that match kept him strong. Right. Him eating that pin doesn't hurt him. However, going from here, depending on what you want from AJ on his last, year or two is what you do. If you want him, I know he mentioned recently that he wanted to be seen as very last match. If you want that to be a legitimate possibility, you have to keep him at a strong 50-50 up until that point. You know what I'm saying? Right. If he's going to be somebody to be taken serious in the title picture now, you got to keep him a strong 80-20. If you just don't really give a shit, let him job out. I don't see that happening.
I don't see that happening to Triple H. Right, it's AJ.
It's AJ Styles. I don't see that happening.
World champion, 3-time world champion. So you can't job him out like that. No,
you cannot. So I mean, those are literally the only 3 routes. But again, being an AJ fan like yourself, bro, I'm hoping they do the strong 50-50 if him and Cena go put on one more banger, bro. I'm hoping they do the strong 50-50. Like, he ain't got to win everything. but he ain't got to be out here eating L after L after L.
He can't do it. Cause it's AJ Styles. You can't.
AJ Styles, bro.
Let's go on to the next episode. Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens, man. Logan Paul becomes the winner by DQ because Kevin Owens used an illegal device on his hand, brass knuckles, to win. Let me ask you this question: when the hell referees get to see shit like this now?
Bro, listen. When I seen the camera angle of the pin, I said, I know they're not gonna end it like this, bro. And sure enough, and it is so crazy. The act, it's wrestling, bro. It's enjoyable, but the acting on it was so terrible. 1, 2, what is that? Bro, you was just looking at the mat. How the hell do you know I had this on my hand, bro? You was just looking down. Yeah, it was horrible. But when I seen the camera angle of the count, I said, yeah. Come on, man.
I was like, you mean tell me that Kevin Owens, you didn't have time to put the fucking knuckles in your shorts? You don't wear tights, you wear shorts. I'm quite sure they got pockets. Oh man, let me tell you something about Logan Paul. Logan Paul might be the greatest.
I like Logan Paul, bro.
Logan Paul, dude don't come out. He don't have no. He come out with bangers and bangers and bangers and matches every time. What you think about Logan Paul and how do we do it, man? He's just an elite athlete.
Bro, he's an elite entertainer, bro. Elite athlete, elite entertainer, elite scammer, bro. My man Logan Paul do everything, bro.
He do everything elite.
Everything, man. And it's crazy that this was my least favorite match on the show. And it was a good match. It wasn't a bad match at all. The finish was terrible.
The finish was definitely terrible. I hated it.
It was a really good match. Logan Paul, bro, depending on how much longer he sticks around, bro, I want to see him go on a legit run of I can show y'all what I can do against everybody type ordeal. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's gonna win the world title soon.
Soon,
not soon, but you know what I'm saying. That I think he's gonna win the world title in the future. I shouldn't say soon.
And that's what I'm saying. I want to see him do that run before he get that title, so it shows that it just is not like it's not a David Arquette type of thing. He's the champion because
he surpassed David Arquette already.
True, he did. He like light years. Right. But just putting the belt on him because he's famous type ordeal.
Right.
I don't want that. But if he keep going like this, man, you can't deny it. You can't deny it.
Man, Logan Paul, man, he shows out every match. But I think this was a way for Logan Paul and KO to continue in Australia, in Perth. I think Kevin Owens was going to actually win the championship, the U.S. title in Australia. What you think about KO being DQ to save a pin finish on him to continue with this story along to another pay-per-view?
It's definitely going to continue. But I didn't have KO beating Logan Paul to win the belt, bro. I got somebody else beating him, but I think the match is going to go into the Perth show, and KO more than likely used to pin there. But add another name, bro.
Okay. Who you think will win the belt?
Defeating Logan Paul at WrestleMania. Night 1. LA night. LA night.
Yeah. I can see that happening
Like
too, because you got to put LA Knight in something.
if it's not a one-on-one match, it'll be a fatal four-way with Logan, LA, the Aussie dude, and Austin Theory, bro.
Also theory. Oh, yeah,
Grayson Waller, that's his name.
that might come into fruition right there. Um, I had that up. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here. Next is the men's world. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, let's go back to the women's world room for a second. I forgot to mention this because I thought this shit was just the funniest shit ever. Our truth. In the women Royal Rumble, our truth came in. And he thought it was the men's Royal Rumble. Oh, this nigga our truth, dog.
Our
This
truth is
dude
a
is
gem,
a
bro.
jewel.
He listen, bro. This is what we've been missing all this time, bro. We didn't need Punk back. We didn't need Ori back. We just needed
No,
our truth back, bro.
that dude our truth is a jewel, dog. I swear, dog. This not the man. Are they men in the ring? Oh man, but let's go to the men's Royal Rumble, dog. The men's Royal Rumble, dog. It was just your basic Royal Rumble match. Um, at number at number 3, Andrade El Elio. He was 4, number 4. Andrade, I want to say Andrade re-debut to WWE. Another person. This is where he belongs. What you think about Andrade debuting at number 4 and coming back to WWE?
Um, Andrade's coming back to the WWE just when he was starting to get used a lot in AEW. Now, Triple H said this is the time for him. He wanted him back. He said it in the press conference yesterday. Like, this is the time for him. I wanted him back. This is the time that we're going to show what he can really do. So that means he has plans for him now.
Right.
I want to see it, bro. Like, Andrade was that guy in NXT, bro. He had a slow start there. Then he was the baby face with the suspenders. He was kind of corny. Then he came into his little character. He was dope to watch. Brought him up during the pandemic. He was dope to watch. Then, everything happened. I want to see what Triple H does. Bro.
Me too.
I can't say that I'm glad he's back. Can't say that I'm happy he's back. Because before he left, they didn't really do much. And when he was over in the other spot, he wasn't doing much until it was time for him to leave. So it's kind of like we're in limbo seeing what he can really do over the last 4 years, bro. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm a fan of him, though, for sure.
Man, Andrade, man, he came in, he looked good. He looked good. I just wonder how they gonna put him in spots, and how they gonna put him in. Are they gonna give him a manager to help him speak? Because he knows English, but
It's not his strongest.
It's not his strongest suit. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that they're gonna give him a manager or something to help him move along stories and stuff like that?
Throw him back with Zelina Vega, or you bring up I always get ready to call her Carmen Electra. That's not her name.
Electra Lopez.
Electra Lopez.
But what they did, they already called it up. She's with the new LWO.
She did that Friday then.
Yeah,
I didn't see SmackDown Friday. Okay.
Oh man, Electra Lopez is looking good, bro.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna put him with one of those two.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind him being part of the LWO. Give him as far as being the face, Put him with the LWO. This would be a bigger name with the LWO instead of having Carlito, because I don't think Carlito is a right fit with the LWO.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And have him. Is Ray injured or is he just
Yeah,
laying
he
low?
injured. He
Okay.
injured his knee.
Okay. So yeah, that will work. That works. Make him a face for a little bit. That works.
And you, King Diesel, you right, man. They needed. I wouldn't mind having Moose there.
I said Josh Alexander was gonna be it, man. Oh, my boy Josh
Or him,
Alexander.
or him. I was telling, ooh, you could have saw Dolph Ziggler back there just for the Royal Rumble. If they was using TNA talent with Jordan Grace, how
I
come
got
you can't use the Moose or Jordan Josh Alexander or somebody like that?
got to give you a point on that one though, Cliff. You did say somebody was gonna come back with Hulk Hogan's gimmick. It wasn't necessarily his
Yeah,
gimmick, but she had the colors. She had the
yeah,
colors.
she did.
I give you a point
Hey,
on that.
I wanted it to be Alex Hammerstone though, because they were showing the Hogan stuff throughout the week. I was like, oh, this happening. I was like, this happening, dog. But it did come out. But Jordan Grace did have the Hogan stuff though. Uh, Gunther, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and Cody Rhodes. The last four. I think they produced. That was one of the best endings of a Royal Rumble I've seen in quite a while. Um, I thought Drew McIntyre had a vendetta against CM Punk, and he was killing him inside the ring, and nobody knew it. What you thought? What your thoughts about the last four in that Royal Rumble, and how they was basically fighting to be that winner?
Well, traditionally the last four means they got plans to win.
Yeah,
Traditionally, and these four, you can't even be mad at it, bro. Considering the fact there was a lot of talks about Drew leaving, I don't think he's leaving no more
no, I don't think he's leaving no more. That's
now.
that's too much of a spot to not to give for a person who's
Who's leaving?
leaving.
Right. Gunther, clearly the future. Clearly the future. They clearly got big plans for him. Cody Rhodes is now. CM Punk is now. We got to do something with Punk now for the next 24
Yeah,
months. We got Cody for at least another 5 years, but we got to do something with these two guys now to establish our future. I like that
but
Final Four. I think that was probably the best Final Four you can do, with the exception of probably you could have probably added Jey Uso, swapped out probably Gunther for Jey Uso. But outside of that, this was a perfect Final Four.
mhm. I wish more SmackDown men was in it. I felt like the Raw was heavy handed into this Royal Rumble match. They could Jimmy and Jay could have lasted with both of them for real, for real. With it could have been the final six, but I was Solo in it. Was Solo in it?
No,
Why Solo wasn't in it? I know he was featured in the match in the Roman Reigns match, but Solo should have been in it also.
no, he wasn't in it this year, and he wasn't in it last year.
That's crazy. Um, let's drop it down to the final two of Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, man. Triple H, I called Oob last night right after the show, and I asked him, do you like the way how Triple H books these Royal Rumbles that it only happened the last two. You never know it's not going to happen again next year. But at the end of these Royal Rumbles, and they get to the final two, they basically have another match. Basically, it lasted around 15 to 20 minutes, I believe, 25 minutes
Mm-hmm.
of them struggling and striving. But how do you like the setup of the match, the Royal Rumble match involving the final two being basically another showcase of these two?
The only thing that can make those showdowns better is if they had to end in pinfall, bro.
Yeah, that would have been
That
dope.
would
But
make it
I
so
think
much.
that's a either MLW thing or TNA thing. I forget who had that type
I
of
think it's
match.
TNA. I think it's probably TNA.
Yeah,
But the the last two, again, like I said, it would be better now. Now that we have all this superstar talent and not just this John Cena and 29 other guys and Hulk Hogan and 29 other guys. Stuff like
right.
that. We actually got like top tier talent that I think that would just make everything better. However, I think it also is a more so of a like a seed or a teaser. Like, okay, y'all can tear the house down as the final two is this Royal Rumble. After Mania season, we can revisit this.
Right.
If the people enjoyed it, we can revisit this at
Because
some point.
that that shit made me want to. Not gonna lie, bro. I didn't know who I wanted to win when it came down to the final two. I was like, man, I don't know who I wanted to win. I want Cody to win because that's where the story is lead to. But the way CM Punk was showcased throughout this match,
He took a
he looked
beat
good.
too.
CM Punk looked good.
Yeah, for surely.
I think this was probably his best match since that chain match with MJF.
Yeah. See, but again, this also sets up a lot too. Again, this is that Triple H shit. At some point, we're going to get Cody and Punk. At some point, we know
We
that.
got to see that.
At some point, we're going to get Cody and Gunther. At some point,
Right.
at some point, we're going to get a dog ass feud between Punk and Drew, bro. At some point,
We
so
got
all this works. All this work, and it's not going to happen soon. Like all of them is not going to happen right now. Most of it is probably going to happen after Mania, bro.
yeah.
We got a lot of work to do leading up to Mania. Then
We
after
got a
that,
lot of work.
yeah,
But with if Cody goes to SmackDown, how is going to work? That's the only thing.
Cody going to SmackDown. We still have the Perth show coming up in what 2 weeks, I believe.
Mm.
Is it 2-3 weeks? We don't know if there's going to be a stipulation for the Elimination Chamber match per se. The title may actually just be defended in the Elimination Chamber match, the Seth's title. We don't know what the issue or what's going on with that just yet, and we're still with what's buddy name Priest with the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, Damian Priest.
It's a lot of ways you can go with this, bro. You get Cody out the way. At the end of the Rumble, you see he was already pointing at Roman, so that's kind of already what's going to be written. We seen that. What's this? Probably about 3 months ago. We saw that was written.
I want to go back to what King Diesel said about he needed more surprises. I was just we were just talking about this bundles before we started the show. I told you that WWE didn't really need the surprises for the Man Royal Rumble because WWE roster is so stacked right now. Even though you're right, I would like to see Moose or a TNA person in there that could have actually easily took the Pat McAfee spot. Because that was, oh my god, the Pat McAfee spot could have been wasted, or the Omos. It could have did one or the other. But WWE roster is so stacked that it's hard to get those surprises in because the roster is so deep.
Taking away a spot from somebody who's there,
right?
You know.
Then you can't come to think about like who are you gonna what surprises besides what you mentioned, King Diesel, the Moose, and the team? I said Dolph Ziggler. Besides somebody from TNA, what WWE Hall of Famer or old school wrestler are you gonna put in there that is capable of doing a spot? We wasted. Now I want to say wasted. We already used Booker T last year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you don't want to use him again.
You can't use
Uh,
RVD at this point.
you say who now?
RVD. You know,
RB
he
can't
was
use
put in his
RVD.
can't use him now. He's AEW.
Right.
You
Can't
watch.
use RVD. What who else is gonna come? Uh you could have had surprise with Okada. Um, but he's not signed yet. He's not signed anywhere yet. Who is those that time of day of old school wrestler coming back, or Chris Jericho coming, or it's over.
AEW is here. The chances of that happening are slim to none now. Very
Right. So we WWE. I keep on saying we like I'm in the WWE. WWE is has everybody. It's a stacked roster, and they deserve to have some type of showcase in that match. It's one of the main four pay-per-view. So who wouldn't want to be in a Royal Rumble match? Uh, let's go one more question, then we could bid you adieu, as Kenny Omega would say. Um, so what this leads for CM Punk? Does this leads him actually winning the Elimination Chamber and going after Seth Rollins for that main event spot? I think you have to go lead that way right now.
Again, we're not 100% sure what they're going to do with the Elimination Chamber. But let's say that is what they're going to do. They're going to, winner gets a title shot at Mania. It makes sense that it has to go to CM Punk. It makes sense. But then you have to try to figure out who else would have a chance in the Elimination Chamber. Who else would be in there? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And again, you have to factor in the Damian Priest ordeal. So it's a lot that goes into it. If it's
And the Drew McIntyre, low key.
is it going to be winner gets the title shot, or is it the title is on the line in the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, because we don't know what that is. Yeah.
I think that's his. I think that is what determines what will happen moving forward. It depending on what they're going to do with the title match or the Elimination Chamber. So I'm not going to jump out there and say, "Oh, this is what they should do." I want to wait and see what the actual stipulation is.
Right. Yeah, we gotta see what the stipulation is going forward too. But overall, the Royal Rumble was a great
2020.
event. It could have been better. Uh, but I still give it around like eight, like I said, a B minus. Um, B minus pay per view event, and right now WWE is off to Perth, Australia for the Elimination Chamber. One more question, bundles. Are you gonna wake up at 5:30 in the morning to watch this event?
Man, I usually probably already be up, man. Listen, bro. I fall asleep early, bro. I fall asleep around 9, 10 o'clock. If I ain't on the game or something, or I be sleep 9, 10 o'clock. I be up by 4:35 anyway. So the
Okay.
thing of it is when I get up and I try to watch it, will I stay up and watch the whole thing, or will I be sleep up, sleep up? And you know how when you do that,
Yeah.
it seemed like 5 minutes, but it'd only be about 2 hours that actually went by.
Right.
It'd be one of those type of deals.
I'm gonna try to get up. Usually, I have a P appointment around 4 o'clock to go to the bathroom every day. So I'm gonna try to stay up until that 5:30 mark, but I can't promise that I might fall back to sleep. I might have to have a little coffee with me and stuff, but it's luckily that we are in the technology industry that we can just go back and watch. So that's a good thing.
For sure, for sure.
Bundles, man, I would like to thank you for subbing in again for Mr. Oob. I hope Oob have his basement all fixed up, man. What you got any last words to say to the people up in here?
Let's fucking go Lions.
Oh yes, sir. Go Lions. Oh, NFC Championship, baby. We got this. We got this. Man, thank you for coming. Like I said, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the page, man. Share the page so we can grow the page. Go to our YouTube page, man. The YouTube link is right there under my name, man. Just go into YouTube, copy and paste that boy. Hit that like, hit that share button, man. Guess how much it costs? It's free. Uh, we'll see y'all next week, man. Same bat time, same bat channel. Oh, we got a comment. Let me see what's going on here. Oh yeah, go line. Yeah, go Lions, King Diesel. Same bat time, same bat channel, and I will see y'all next week.